As many of you know, I teach and have been practicing yoga for most of my life. So when I heard that we needed to specify 7 insights and 7 strategies, the first thing my mind went to was straight to yoga and chakras. So we're all bound by things, and we all have things that liberate us. When I started thinking about teaching, I started thinking about the things that bind me. And it's the things that I have what-ifs about. What if I'm not a good teacher? Or what if I don't like teaching? Or what if my students don't like me? And the things that I feel liberated by are having the tools to deal with these kinds of things. So I thought the insights and the strategies together are our toolbox, right? So what better way is to use our body, which can bind us, and our energy sources, which can liberate us, to talk about our 7 insights and 7 strategies. So on a very basic level, chakras, which has a lot of translations, are the energy centers in the body. They start at the tailbone and they go all the way up to the crown of the head. There's colors and symbols or mandalas. There's also characteristics for each chakra. So I chose 7 insights and 7 strategies that align with the 7 chakras. So we're going to familiarize ourselves. Everyone stand up, please. So we're going to find our chakras and we're going to engage them. So the tip of our tailbone is Muladhara, shaking your Muladhara. Come on, shake your Muladhara. And your second chakra is Svadhisthana, so it's your pelvic area. So engaging your pelvic area. Come on. And then there's Manipura, which is our solar plexus, our abdomen. So we're going to do a twist to one side, twist to the other side. And moving to Anahat, which is our heart center. So shrugging your shoulders back and opening up your heart. The 5th is our throat chakra, Vishuddhi. So looking side to side. And the 6th chakra, Akya, is your eyebrow center. So you're going to look up into the center, kind of cross your eyes. And the final chakra, Sasara, is the crown of your head. So we're going to take a deep inhale. And as you exhale, you're going to envision the breath coming out the crown of your head. So inhaling. Exhaling, envisioning that breath moving through the top of your head. All right. So now that we're all awake and we've been engaged our chakras, you can sit. So the first chakra, Muladhara, is our root chakra. Again, it's the tip of your tailbone. It's related, or the characteristics are survival, the tribal or family connection, grounding, self-preservation, and fear. So the insight that I chose most aligned was a certain level of fear is normal in children as long as it's short-lived and there's no real merit. Overall, they are really safe and secure. The strategy I chose was the meet and greet partner. This is where the students pair up, they learn about each other, and then they introduce each other to the class. This is a way for them to create a sense of tribal and class connection. This strategy also helps ground the students, especially on the first day, and become part of the team, and which ultimately assures survival in the tribal sense. The second chakra, Svadhisthana, is the sacral chakra. Pelvic area, the color is orange. The characteristics are sexuality, emotions, creativity, desire, self-gratification, and guilt. So the insight that I chose is acknowledging and understanding the emotional, physical, social, and intellectual stages that your students are at and how they drastically change over time. This is something that teachers need to know exactly what stage their students are in so that they can teach to them appropriately. As students are very young, they're starting to become more creative, and then as they age, they start to have hormones and sexuality and desire and a lot of things that aren't really normal for them. So it's important for teachers to acknowledge that and know. The strategy I chose was mental math. In the strategy, you create 5 statements. The students answer the statements by moving their finger from answer to answer, and in the end, they get to the ultimate prize. This is a creative lesson that allows the students to have immediate gratification. And in the end, it's fun. Manipura, the 3rd chakra. The abdomen area is solar plexus. The color is yellow. It's related to your willpower, your self-control, self-definition, and guilt. So the insight that I chose was encouraging students and allowing them to express themselves, giving them all equal opportunity to be themselves and encouraging autonomy. I chose this insight because it's so important to encourage that independence in our students, especially allowing them to use their willpower and independence to really create who they are going to be in the world, whether they are the class clown or the gifted child or somewhere in between. The strategy I chose was the Tabula Rasa t-shirt. We all know this because we've been talking about it in the last class, but it's that strategy where we drew that big shirt, drew it on our paper, and we wrote things about ourselves. The teacher reads through them. As they're applicable to you, stand up. As they become not applicable to you, you sit down. Eventually you find out who the t-shirt is describing. This is a great strategy because it allows them to define themselves, and it allows the students to get to know each other. The fourth chakra, Anahat, is the heart center. Obviously, the characteristics are love, relationship, self-acceptance, and grief. The insight I chose is that every child needs a friend or a significant other, whether it's a lover or just a friend. It's just somebody who allows them to be themselves. The strategy is the bullseye and dance card. Again, we all talked about this several times, but it's where you have that big circle and the little circle in the middle. However close the person feels to you, they write their name in that area, and then you end up making appointments later. This is a great way to identify people in your group that you don't really know and form relationships with them, especially working on different projects throughout the school year. The fifth chakra, the throat chakra, the neck area. The color is a blue or an indigo. The characteristics are truth, honesty, communication, self-expression, and lies. So the insight I chose was just knowing when one strategy is not working and not being stubborn, not being set on it, just really recognizing when you need to shift gears, being honest with yourself, and really using your personality in your teaching. I feel this is a teacher insight strategy because being yourself and recognizing that the strategy isn't working can, in most cases, be like one of the most important attributes that a teacher can have. The strategy I found most related was the story. That was the one where as we came in, we all wrote our name on the board, and we were assigned a position or a character in the story, and then there was a sound assigned to that character. I love this strategy, especially because it's related to the throat chakra. It allows the students to express themselves as they're making sounds, and kind of connecting that sound or personality to the character that they want to be in the story, and also allows them to be a part of the lesson being taught. So I'm at 8 minutes. I'll just wait a few seconds. Am I red? I get really red, sorry.